Warning: this audiobook contains scenes that include child abuse and murder. Viewers' discretion is advised. Kai's view.
Hi. You're probably listening to this, expecting some sorry story that is heartbreaking, or exceeding that may or may not suck. I mean, this is just some random recording online, right? This is just some ideas someone had, right? Sure. My name is Kai Jason. I have a few issues in my life that make it interesting. You may be thinking as you listen to this that magic doesn't exist, and that is true. You are living before the so-called magic abilities evolved, so I guess that is all I can expect from you. These videos have been sent back in time by my friend Mabel in hopes to stop the creation of DeadX, the organization who tracks down people with 2 or more positions, or, as you may think of them, battle groupings. You may ask yourself, battle groupings? The powers of people are split up in 5 different categories. Far distant fighters called fishermen. A close distance fighter is called a leader. Someone with over average intelligence in battle strategy is called an academician. Someone who had the powers to stay hidden is called a ghost. And someone who can track people down is called a seeker. If someone has all of these positions, it's called a flags. Now, not everyone in this world has battle-related powers. Those people just have no positions. They can have other things, like skill packs. Powers almost anyone can gain if they work hard enough. It can also just be called plain old powers that you have to be born with, or born with the potential to wield. Life at the moment is pretty complicated. Now that you're caught up with the modern times, let's go back to when I was younger. When I was 16 and trying to get back into the groove of school after a 5-year period of being a ghost to society. May I mention I was a complete idiot at most times?
Your intro is cheesy. Is that really what we're gonna use?
Shut up, Zoe. This is my story.
But this is also her story, and my story, and like 20 other people's story.
Not you too, Emma. Oh, shoot, it's still recording. Now I have to get to edit this out. I stand in front of my new school. It's big, but a simple design of a school, and not that pleasant from the outside to look at the bare walls. I start walking to enter the school. Kids gathered in groups outside are staring at me, obviously not wanting my presence. I'm a foreign object that is unknown from the school. I look and act different. Of course they don't want me. I don't intend to make friends anyway. I just have 2 more years of school left. I leave my head staring at the floor. I don't want people to give me any unwanted attention. Stares? Fine. Fights? I'm not interested. People keep staring at me as I walk to the main office. I'm just going to guess it's from the giant scar on my left eye. That is what tends to make people fear me. When I finally make it to the office, there's a front desk set up, and sitting at the desk is a sweet-looking office lady. I lift up my head to talk to her, and the lady gives me a scared look, probably because of my scar.
How may I help you?
The office lady says in a nervous voice. My name is Kai Jason. I'm new here. May I have a schedule? I tell her in a calm voice. Hopefully she will calm down.
Yes, of course.
She says, sounding less frightened. Probably now knowing I'm not here to rob the school. She hands them to me with a small smile.
Have a nice day, Mr. Jason.
She tells me. I walk out the door of the office and go back into the halls that are flooded with people. All the other kids are still staring at me. I just ignore them and start walking to my class. The halls turn out to be easy to navigate, and I find my class easily. I find a seat in the back and sit quietly. I just want to get school over with. Shortly after I sit down, the first bell rings and the class starts filling up with people, most taking a quick glance at me before sitting down. Time seems to slow down when I see a familiar face, not a good face. Her gleaming dark green eyes, tan skin, and flowing long blonde hair make up a bad person. Her name, Emma Mary Carter. She would be beautiful if I didn't know the ugly truth about her. She's in my class. That monster still goes to school? I mutter under my breath. Well, this sure changes my plans for the day. The teacher walks into the classroom. The roaring sounds of talking tone down slight whispers at most as the attention is turned to the teacher.
Okay, class, let's begin the lesson,
the teacher says with a smile. The class goes by with a blur, with me mostly staring at Emma. Emma, oh how you've been a little. The bell interrupts my thoughts and the class leaves like they are being chased out. Most running out. Emma and her friends thankfully stay in the classroom longer. Emma's about to leave with her friends when I stand up to go over to them. Can I talk to you? I ask her. I wonder if she remembers me. Probably not.
Sure?
She answers, unsure. Follow me, I tell her, and start toward the door. Now I just need to find an empty classroom or closet.
Okay.
Emma asks, still sounding unsure. She follows me out of the classroom as her friends watch us, snickering. Probably my intentions are different than what they are thinking. I lead her to a storage room that I had seen earlier. I open the door and it seems to be empty. I motion for Emma to go in first, and she gives me a weird look before doing so. I go into the room after her, closing the door so that the darkness of the room swallows us. I decide that locking the door would be a good idea, so I do so.
Why did you lead me here?
Emma asks with a shaking voice. Plain innocent, of course. This woman killed my family and friends. She's not an innocent person. So no one would hear your screams, I tell her. I'm not going to play with this woman.
What?
She asks scaredly. I almost laugh at this pathetic cover-up. I let my dagger form into my hand. By now, both of our eyes have adjusted to the darkness, and she looks at it with a frightened face. What a great actress. She could get an award.
What the heck? Are you some crazy psycho? Are we in Yandere Simulator? Wait, you're the new kid. You're not supposed to be the Yandere.
She yells in a frightened and crazy frenzy. What the heck? Where did this come from? Where the heck is the Yandere stuff coming from? I ask her, confused.
I might be watching too much anime lately. Hey, don't distract me. Why are you holding a dagger at me?
She asks, confused and shocked. Oh, you don't know? You are very funny, Emma Mary Carter, I tell her with a stern voice. I almost smirk. This is getting silly.
How do you know my full name?
She asks, still shaking. She is such a fake. I always want to make sure of what my killer's name is. I mean, who wouldn't? I will kill you and your whole crew, Mistress Carter, I say with a full smirk on my face. Emma continues with her silly act.
Crew? I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm aggravated now. This is getting repetitive. Don't play stupid! You see the scar on my face? You know the pain your crew caused me, Emma? Or should I say, Mistress Carter? I yell at her.
I still don't get what you're hinting to. No one calls me by my last name, nor mistress.
Emma tells me, continuing the stupid game of lies. Stop playing with me! Wait, don't tell me you don't remember every name of all the people you've killed. That would make sense. You are very careless.
I'm 16! Who have I killed?
Oh, why are you so annoying? Like I said, stop playing with me. You killed my family, my friends, and took everything. You thought you killed me, but you didn't. Now, I know who to go for, Dead X. There's a bit of silence before Emma talks again.
Fine. I'll give up my act, but I'm warning you. Come a step closer and you'll regret it. You know what power I have, if you'd met me before.
Emma finally says, Oh, you don't know what I've become. I have all 5 positions, I tell her with a smirk.
What? Then they can't be that strong.
She didn't get to finish what she was saying. I try to stab her in the head with my dagger, but she ducks, and I feel the hard impact of her fist into my gut. I stumble back, falling on the ground. Light particles appear, fly to each other like magnets. They solidify into a sword that is pointed at my head. Emma tries to stab me, and time goes into slow motion for me, and I dodge the sword. I get to Emma to stab her in the stomach. Before I can see the damage, a bright green light blinds me. When darkness covers the light, I am left by myself with the bloody dagger. Coward, I'll find you again. I will get my revenge for everyone you hurt. My dagger disintegrates into my hand. I look down at my clothing. Great! She got blood on me. I'll have to go home now and be late for my next class. Ugh, that girl. She's a real pain.
Emma's view.
The bright green light fades from around me. I land on the floor in a random hallway at EDX headquarters. My stomach feels like it's on fire and my head starts to be fuzzy. It gets to a point where I have to sit down. All I see is blood covering the floor before black overwhelms my vision. I start regaining consciousness. Where am I? This bed is soft. The pain in my stomach feels a bit subdued, but it's still there. I open my eyes to find myself in the infirmary. I start to sit up slightly, ignoring the pain searing into me. I swear I'm going to kill him, I mutter. That kid! Who does he think he is? I work for the government. He literally just put his head on the chopping block. I could tell he was angry. He was shouting nonsense in his head, but still. My friend Menchi walks, or more so runs, into the infirmary. She spots me and makes a mad dash towards me.
Mistress Carter, I was so worried. I was just walking down the hall and bam! There you are in a pool of blood.
Menchi says in a slight panic, but also in relief as she looked over me. Menchi, don't call me Mistress Carter, just call me Emma, I reminded her. She's one of my best friends and I really don't like how that sounds coming out of her mouth.
Apologies.
Menchi says. You are way too formal, I tell her. Can you do something for me? I ask.
Of course!
Menchi says with excitement. She is so kind, always ready to help me out. Can you get one of the doctors to come and let me leave? I ask. I really have better things to do, including tracking that boy down. He will pay for messing with me.
But Emma, you should rest!
Menchi protests. She's so sweet, but I really do hate the infirmary. I'm making that an order, Menchi, I tell her sternly. That's the only way to get her to do things that could be bad for me.
Fine.
Menchi leaves to go get someone. Finally. I love that girl, but she cares too much. Something that is not good for this business. At least when it comes to the people we have to execute, she can enjoy herself a little bit.
Kai's view.
I can feel my heart pounding against my chest and hear my heavy breathing as I continue running up a hill. A hooded figure started following me after school, and when I ran, they ran. They're probably working for DeadX, so it means they are here to kill me. Emma is pretty high up on the ranks at DeadX. I stupidly turned into an alley. I thought this area led on, but no! Of course it stopped. I realize I'm trapped, so I turn to face my follower. I summon my dagger. Blue particles form from the air around me and move into each other to form the dagger. My eyes warm up a bit. It means they are glowing, showing my powers are activated. It's slightly uncomfortable, but I'm used to it by now. A hooded person enters the alley. They pull out a purple sword. Wait, isn't that... My thought can't form all the way before I have to focus on the attacker. The hooded person comes at me from the right, going for my neck, but I duck. I try to strike the hooded person in the leg, but they block the movement with their sword. Crap! The time around me slows down. I run to my dagger and grab it, before throwing the figure against the wall of the alley. I run to them and get my dagger to their neck. Who are you? I ask aggressively.
Whoa, 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 calm down. I was just messing around.
A female voice says from under the cloak. What do you mean? You attacked me! I yell at her.
Yeah, I was just messing around with you. I haven't seen you in 5 years. You're so much different from what you used to be. Now please put down your dagger.
The woman says. Who are you? I yell again.
Zoe Jason. Kai, put down your dagger now, please.
I freeze. This can't be right. That's my sister's name. She's dead. Take your hood off, I say. The woman takes off her hood to reveal the face of a young person. Her long, black, straight hair is pulled back into a ponytail that turns to a light purple at the tips. One of her eyes is dark blue, the same color as mine. The other eye is purple. She has the same tan skin tone as me. Her face reminds me of my sister, who is dead and died when she was 13. This girl looks about 18, the age my sister would be. But she's not. This can't be right.
See? It's me. Put the dagger down.
I drop the dagger from my shaking hand. You're dead, is the immediate thing I say. This so-called Zoe responds in a snarky way.
And you should be dead with the hit you sustained. But look what we have here.
How do I know it's really you? I ask. It can't. Why now? Ugh, I have so many questions.
You stole candy from Walmart when you were 7?
Holy crap, how? I don't know what to say. I really don't. What do you say when you find out your sister's alive? Zoe hugs me.
I missed you, Kai. Well, I'm gonna make things quick for now, 'cause we need to get out of here. I brought Malcolm with me.
A guy with bright red hair, orangey brown eyes, and a light brown skin tone jumps down from the rooftops of the building next to the alley. He lands on his feet before going into roll and standing up again, being an obvious show-off. Malcolm? I managed to get out. Malcolm was also killed. Right in front of everyone. Same place as Zoe. Malcolm was my best friend. Or is? I don't know anymore. How am I supposed to process this?
Hey, Kai. Long time no talk.
Malcolm tells me with a smile. Of course. 5 years of not seeing him, and he says that. How? I just asked, gobstocked. Zoe decided to be the one to answer.
Someone reincarnated us.
But that's impossible, I tell her.
That's what I thought too. I'll have to explain the rest later. We need to get out of here.
Zoe says. And go where?
To where me and Malcolm have been staying for the past 5 years.
Zoe then decides to grab my hand, and the scenery around us turns into a purple abyss.
Emma's view.
My legs are crossed as I sit at my desk. My office is big and plenty of things are in it. Someone can live in here, but I don't. I just work in here. My stomach is wrapped up in white bandages and it still stings. But I have bigger matters than that. Sky, a boy who is 18 with tan skin, white hair with light blue tips and turquoise eyes, walks into my office. Have you found the boy yet? I ask him sternly. Sky is my seeker. His job is to find the people who needs to be executed.
No.
He responds nervously. You're our best seeker. How is he still missing? Last time one of our weak seekers found him way faster than this. I yell at him. Sky is supposed to be our best seeker here, but he is so annoying to work with.
I did find him once, but then I lost him.
Sky says. Why didn't he tell me that first? Where did you find him? I yelled at him.
In an alley on Oak Street, but he disappeared after a bit.
Sky tells me. Why didn't you tell me right away? I ask him, still furious.
I'm sorry, Mistress Carter.
Sky apologizes. He could destroy all of us. Do you not understand the power people have to be filled with to survive the poison of Veleno? I yell at Sky. Veleno is my sword. It has a strong poison in it. Most people it touches are killed in less than an hour.
I know. I'm sorry.
Sky replies, You better be. Your next screw-up will be your last. Now leave my sights and get Menchie for me, I order him.
Yes, ma'am.
Sky replies. He leaves my room in a fast pace and Menchie enters a short time after. Just seeing her calms down my nerves.
You called for me?
Menchie asks. Yes, we need to talk about our plan to get to our next target. Kai Jason still hasn't been found, I tell her.
That little brat. When we do find him...
I cut her off knowing what she was going to say. I'll deal with him, I tell Menchie.
Has the moderator said anything about this?
Menchie asks. The moderator told me that we need to go after the lies again. He hasn't said anything about Kai, I tell Menchie.
Why? What have they done this time?
Menchie asks. They had another kid. You'd think they would have kept him hidden after we killed their other two, I tell her. The lies aren't supposed to have kids. They run too much risk of being too powerful, and that runs the risk of causing trouble.
Another one? How old is this kid?
Menchie asks. 13. He somehow was hidden when we got the others, I explain.
They had another kid?
Menchie asked once again, checking the answer. Yes, I confirm again.
I swear, if every 5 years another one comes around...
Menchie mutters. I had some of the best seekers check, and he is the only one, I reassure her.
Great. Do you want me to get the team ready?
Menchie asks. Yes, I tell her.